All right. Public episode. My house. Jordan, say hello.
Hello.
Oh yeah. So I went to the beach again recently.
This is your mom's beach house?
Well, we didn't go there.
Did you go scope it out?
Yeah, we did. They went and checked up on it to make sure it's what was advertised and if it was something that they wanted to do, and then pay.
Did you get in the water?
It was too cold. I got in the water for a second on Saturday because I really had to pee.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed at a hotel. It was cheap. It was really cheap.
Was it nice?
Oh yeah, it's really
for a nice hotel.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if your family
off-season.
does do they usually go for the let's do the budget, or should we let's have a nice hotel?
So that's kind
somewhere
of
in the middle.
Huh?
Are they somewhere in the middle?
No. I mean, that's sort of the genesis of them acquiring an off-season place at the beach. I mean, aside from kind of feeling out potential soft retirement in a couple years and kind of starting to plan for the next chapter in their lives, which is cool. And I'm glad that they're in a position where they can do that. You know what I mean? No, my mom, as long as I've known my mother, her plan was always to retire to the beach. She has wanted that for her entire life.
But not a fancier beach, just Ocean City or whatever the fuck.
Well, I mean, I always figured it would be somewhere in the Carolinas, but I think that proximity and then price has made her want to stay up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's less sharks. There's no sharks in Ocean
I don't think
City.
she's really worried about sharks.
I am. Damn.
You're worried about my mother and sharks? Thank you. I'm glad that you're thinking about my mother. But no, so they've been going down more, and it kind of became a thing where it was if we're going to be coming down here all the time, I'm not fucking paying for these super expensive rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then that was not an issue, but a factor that was part of the considerations as to where they're going to go. And then since it's off season, rooms are just generally cheaper now anyway. So we found some cheap room. We found a cheap room and went down. It was great. Found the house. Great. Very affordable. Shockingly affordable.
Okay.
Which is cool. So
Give me a number.
I think it's under 15 a month.
1,000?
What?
I'm just kidding. 1,500.
Yeah, I think it's 13 or 12 or something.
Yeah. Okay.
For a multi-bedroom
nice.
Condo on the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they're fucking pumped, and it's a cute little spot, and they'll have it for a decent amount of time.
6 months, right?
Something like that. So they're going to figure out how long they can be down there and then come back.
What if they
home.
get tired of the beach? What if your mom decides, damn, I'm already tired of this shit?
I don't think she will, because she likes to be outside and be active. And so between just sitting on the beach and reading, or getting her steps in, but on the beach, or walking, you know what I mean? I think that they'll stay pretty occupied, and then they've been going down long enough to where they have friends and shops and bars and cigar, they have places that they go to.
Yeah. Cool.
So they're gonna have a lot of fun. But
are you a cigar guy?
No, I'm not.
No,
No,
okay.
not at all.
Do you get sick when you try them out?
I haven't tried a cigar in at least a decade.
Well,
it does nothing for me. It truly does.
No, it's just you sit there and look cool, and you pretend you're Castro or something.
I guess. I don't know. But it'll be fun as shit. It'll be fun as shit going down there and because I can go down even if they're not there. So they want to do some holiday stuff down there, and then I think I'm going to do like my birthday weekend down there.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll be really chill. I definitely am like going to go down there and try and get an Eastern European wife.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, it's so
Are there
sick.
a lot of Eastern Europeans?
Oh my
there?
god, it's like the
what are
only
they
people
doing
that
in
fucking
Ocean
work down
City?
there. Working.
And
Probably in like terrible labor conditions. We just don't talk about that.
okay.
Every restaurant and bar, a cafe, every place that we went to this year was all like predominantly or primarily just staffed with like Eastern Europeans.
Interesting.
And they're all hot.
Yeah.
And there was like this one breakfast place that I really like. And
Planet Hollywood.
Yes, Planet Hollywood, Jordan.
I used to always go there and eat breakfast when I was. What was the one with the donkey head? There's one with the donkey head down there that it's like something ass, and it's like a.
There's
like,
there's the cock place. There's like big cock or the big
I don't know.
rooster. Or
yeah, something like that.
Something.
And it was like it's a breakfast place, and I like.
No, this is like it's like a pretty nice little place, but there's like a really really hot just Romanian girl there.
Oh, nice.
Who always like gives me like a little look, and I'm like, I know that you're giving me this look because I'm a customer at your restaurant.
You should go up to her and be like, I'm Vlad the Impaler.
100%. That's exactly what I should do. Should be like, hey,
yeah,
I'm Vlad the Impaler, and she's gonna be like, I don't know what that means.
I know.
I'm here for 7 months. I need to make money and take it back to my family.
Yeah.
But no, it'll be fun. I'm excited to be down at the beach more. It's really chill.
Yeah.
I like it.
I've been venturing away from beach to like lakes, rivers, and the like countryside, rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more because I always thought I was going to go beach too, beach island. But as I get older, I become more.
You also get seasick, so when you try to do your whole boat life thing, and then that was a dumb idea.
That
stopped pretty quickly.
That was funny. I was
one of the funniest
it.
things I've ever ever heard.
I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be a sailor.
Dude,
and then I got
you are downplaying it so hard. You talked about like boat life for like months.
Yeah,
for months.
I know.
You were talking about what kind of boats you wanted and where you're going to travel to, and you're looking up ports and fucking docks.
And then we went to look at one.
And then you got on the boat, and your stomach was like, "You're not doing this." And you're like,
I was
"All
like,
right, guys,
I'm gonna throw up," and it wasn't even moving.
That's so funny. That really.
Can you imagine if I invested all my money and
yeah, I could. I could see you buying a boat sight unseen, and then immediately being like,
"Damn,
I'm going to fucking die."
Yeah.
No, that's like very.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How do you feel about like automatic flushing? Because like I'll tell you the problem I run into. I run into this problem all the time. I go in, I use the bathroom, and while I'm there, it'll just go off randomly. Do you ever get that?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, well, stop going off. I'm still doing my thing. And it keeps doing it.
I'm not ready to feed you my poop yet. I'm still doing my thing.
Oh, and they're always like super powerful ones. So they spit back at you. And you're like, come on, man. What are you doing? And it seems to happen all the time now.
I don't like them, but I don't hate them. Sometimes if you need a courtesy flush, it becomes annoying.
The worst, I'm sorry, is when you get the covers and
it auto flushes and it sucks the cover out from under your butt.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, yeah, it does the tablecloth trick, but it's your butt.
Before I even sit down, I'll put it down. I'm in the middle of putting it down. You know how the little tongue thing?
Mm-hmm.
You always put it down and it kind of hits the water.
Yeah.
And then you're like about to sit down and it goes off. And it sucks all that work, dude, especially when you're in emergency zone.
Emergency zone?
Yeah, when you have an emergency zone.
That's only happened to me a couple times, but the funniest though was one time I had the toilet seat cover thing on, so like the flat parts in the water, and I went to the bath, I like took a shit, and then I shifted my weight to like do something while you know what I mean? I readjusted and it tripped it, and so it went off, but it tried to take the cover with it, and it felt like it was doing like the tablecloth trick. And then I got really freaked out by that, and then I like kind of like scooted up a little bit so it sucked it down.
Yeah.
And then tried to like,
but now you're on a naked seat,
yeah,
which is what you're trying to
redo it. It was a disaster.
Yeah, dude. I think we should outlaw automatic flushing because of that.
Outlaw it
unless they figure something out, because that shit's annoying.
I just really think that there's no reason to have anything other than the 2 buttons.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I always get confused with the 2 buttons. I'm like, okay.
How?
So the 2 is for the poop?
Yeah.
And then the 1 is for the pee?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck, man?
Because sometimes
I take a big piss or a tiny poop.
And sometimes I press both of them and I'm like, ooh, this is double time.
You're
or
like,
triple
I'm gonna
time.
flood the building.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening to music the other day driving, and
just music.
Well, now that I have like Spotify, like the premium or whatever, I've been using it a lot more. And I put on like, you know, I got bored. I get bored of music now, which is like a big problem for me.
Yeah, I don't like music anymore.
I just listen to so much a day. Like I just get bored. And then I put on like a 70s playlist or whatever, and they played Heart.
Oh.
And they played the song All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to it, and I was like, hold on a second. And then I like read the lyrics. That song is fucked up.
Yeah, dude. You
know,
I don't know that song, but all their songs are kind of like they
Magic Man's pretty fucked up too. But
what is it?
That song, All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You. So it's about a woman who essentially gets pregnant at a one night stand.
Yeah.
That's like the overtone of it, right? Or whatever. That's like, without listening to it, that's kind of like the story that, you know, she talks about like finding this guy and picking up this dude, and they go to a hotel, and then they fuck real good. And then in the morning, she's like, don't try and find me. And then
lose my number.
No, she's like, don't try and find me. Like, let's keep this as like a beautiful night. And then a couple years later, she runs into this dude, but she has a kid, and the kid is obviously his, you know, and that's the story of it. But then I was like listening to the lyrics, and I was like, oh no, because there's a part in the beginning where she's singing, you know, and she talks about, she meets this guy, she picks him up, and she takes him to a hotel, quote, that she knows very well, right?
Okay.
And then at the end of the song, when she talks about having the kid, and she is like, look, you have to understand, like, I'm in love with another man, and you were able to provide me with the one thing that he couldn't.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So
there's a motive here.
Context being that she fucked this dude so that she could get pregnant because her husband can't get her pregnant, right?
And now, okay.
Which is fucked and really shitty to do, unless the husband is down with it.
Is it shitty? I mean, is there anything wrong?
But that's the thing that I don't understand, is because there's no context in the song to say that the husband is okay with her out fucking other dudes to try and get pregnant.
Wait, here's the thing though. Like, if the husband really wants a kid and he can't, is it wrong to make him think that it's a miracle and like that you're actually having his kid?
Dude, I would lose my fucking mind.
Not if you don't find out. You always just think like their miracle happened and this is your kid. She had to have chosen some guy that looks like him.
From the stress of having to keep that secret from me. Because if a doctor's like, hey, you can't get your wife pregnant, and then 6 months later she's pregnant, I'm asking some real difficult questions every day.
Yeah, like, is this gonna be the son of God?
I won't be mad, but tell me where this came. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, and then so like that part's like fucked up. But then in the beginning of the song, when she says it's a place I know well, that implies to me that she had done this before, or she does this all the time.
So maybe he knows.
Means that this woman is trolling the streets for dick and getting raw dogged in order to get pregnant because her husband is impotent.
Yeah. And she's going to give her husband eye syphilis.
And she's going to get fucking eye syphilis. But no, dude, that shit was like, I heard that and I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked. And I talked to my mom and we were talking about something else. And I was like, hey, have you ever thought about this song? And she was like, what? And then I gave her my theory and she was like, I don't know if that's right. And I was like, it's right. And she's like, I got to go read these lyrics now. And I got to re-listen to the song because if that's true, that's really fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. I never really paid attention to lyrics growing up, you know? Doesn't really happen. And then, you know.
It depends on the genre of music.
Fucked up, man.
Like in the music that I play or the bands that I've been in, I don't give a fuck about the lyrics.
Yeah, because
I get in
nobody
trouble
knows what they're
by
saying.
the dudes all the time. I don't fucking care.
Like, who gives a fuck? Just
I
like.
don't fucking care, man. As long as like it sounds good and is placed well, like I don't care what you're saying because
nobody knows, right?
Well, I mean, people read lyrics, but I'm just saying, like, there comes a time when I think you sort of have to realize that, like, not every song that you write lyrically is going to be some, like, sweeping epic poem about something that fucking matters.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just, hey, goofy, dumb shit. You know what I mean? And other times you have stuff that you're passionate about and things you care about and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Andrew. Cue the music for movie time.
I think he knows. I think he knows what it is, buddy.
So, it's been 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
I didn't see it. But I honestly, I don't care. And I thought about this. I didn't have time again. I'm also not super motivated right now to go to the movies.
Because you don't have any money?
I don't have any money, but also I don't know, like, I was thinking about it, and I really was, and I was like, I could go to the movies, I could find someone to go to the movies with or whatever, but it doesn't really, I'm not motivated to go see the new Alien movie in theaters.
Wow.
And I thought about it, and I was like, well, I didn't see the last two in theaters either.
Those don't have anything to do with this timeline. Those are separate timelines, bro.
I'm just saying.
This one is actually in between the two ones that matter. Nobody gives a fuck about Prometheus and fucking Covenant.
They're fun.
Yeah, but they're separate. There's a separate world. You know?
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I just like, I mean, like, if I have some time this week, if it's still in theaters, I'll go. If I just like want to get out of the house, but like,
okay.
I don't know. I just like, I wasn't motivated to go, but I realized that, like, you know, last week I was like looking at my schedule and was like, I don't have time to see this fucking movie. But what I want to do with movie time is I want you to explain to me the movie. And I say this because I don't give a fuck about spoilers. Okay. I really don't. And also, if it makes you feel better, I was cat sitting my friends last week, and I watched a 3-hour-long synopsis of the entire history of the Alien universe, including all the movies and the video games and the comic books and stuff. And then I watched another video.
Long. And then did it include the Blade Runner stuff too in it? Because you know Blade Runner is a part of the same universe, right?
I mean, like it didn't like it brought up like the corporation and all that stuff, but it wasn't like a history of both of them combined.
Right.
It didn't get into those movies, but like once the like it's around.
Yeah.
But I also watched a really fun like 1.5 hour long video about like all the different types of xenomorphs. Mm-hmm. But no, like I'm not interested in it. I'm just not currently motivated to go.
Okay.
To go to the movies. All right. But I heard it was very good, and I just found out one of my friends is
in it.
No, he is a film. He's like teaching a film class. He's like working in the film department at Towson right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like I knew that he was a film guy, but I didn't know that he was doing that.
Let's make a movie with him.
You might.
Yeah.
It's like the white version of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't want to do that until you see it.
I'm telling you right now to do it because I don't
want to do it.
I am in no rush to see this movie.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do it later when you see it. All right? But
Jordan changed his posture. He's getting real aggressive.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is. The fuck is that?
That is
Jordan's being
the
racist.
show I've been really into lately.
SpongeBob?
It's called White Lotus. Have you seen it?
No.
It's so good.
That's older, right? Or not older.
It's a little bit older, yeah. But it's on HBO, and
I know people really gave a shit about it.
You know people who do?
Yeah,
give a shit
people
about
liked it, right? It was like a big deal for
It's
a
fucking
minute, right?
awesome. It's so funny. And like it's tense without being like super anxious. Like there's like that tense stuff that like gets you really anxious, you know?
Come.
Like it's not like that. It's tense but without the anxiety. And that's why it's kind of nice. It's like dark humor, but anyway, like Steve Zahn's in it.
Love Steve Zahn.
Yeah, he's great. And it's just it's really funny. They're basically like at a resort, and it just follows like a couple people and how their lives are intertwined.
Fun.
But you should see it. It's really fucking good. There's a scene I love where Steve Zahn's character, he's there with his wife and his 3 kids. There's 3 kids with him, and he thinks he has testicular cancer, and he's waiting for a call from his doctor.
Okay.
But in the meantime, when he's waiting for this call, he keeps looking at his nuts, and he's always asking his wife, like, "Did my nuts look big right now? Like, are you worried?" He's like the whole time he's like,
I love Steve Zahn so much.
I do too, but he hasn't told the kids because he doesn't want to make them. He doesn't want to alarm
make his kids
them.
look
Right.
at his nuts.
But he wants to get his mind off of it by taking his son, who's like autistic or whatever. No, he's got Asperger's.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to hang out with his son to get his mind off of the like thinking he has cancer in his balls.
Okay.
So he's like, let's go to the beach or whatever. So they go to the beach, and his son is snorkeling, and he's like just chilling. And then the son looks up, and he's still underwater, and he looks up at his dad, and it just shows the dad in the water, and all you see is him like holding his shorts out, like looking at his balls. It's so fucking good, and then the kid's like, why are you looking at your fucking balls? Anyway, but he's worried because his dad died of cancer or whatever. So his wife asks him, well, which cancer did he die from? And he's like, I don't know. I gotta, ask my uncle or whatever. So he asks his uncle, hey, which cancer did my dad die from? And his uncle's like, your dad didn't die from cancer. He died from AIDS. And he's like, what? And he just finds out like as a old like dad that his dad was like died from AIDS and was like a homosexual. So he's going through like it's a really funny dark humor show, dude. You should check it out. It's good. Really good. It is good. Anyway, now we're on the 2nd season. It's not as good. It's still fine, but like, damn, dude, that part when he's snorkeling and looks up and sees his dad looking at his balls again under the water, just really got me going.
Really got you going.
As in laughing.
Sure it did.
Yeah.
No, I've been watching a lot of stuff at the house. I rewatched season 1 of Preacher. Because a friend of mine said they'd never seen it. That's good. Did you ever read Preacher?
No, is that a Marvel thing?
It's like Dark Horse. It's a comic.
Oh.
It's great.
Oh, I'm thinking of Punisher.
Yes, you are thinking of Punisher. Punisher is that Marvel? Is that DC? I forget. It doesn't matter. Kevin would know, but I'm not going to bother him right now. But no, so like I watched season 1 of Preacher, which is actually pretty good. It's like pretty faithful to the graphic novel. And the graphic novel was like one of the first like long graphic novel series that I read.
Right.
Off like not like torrents, but basically torrents. And it was like, oh, like this is fucking tight. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I was super into that. And then I watched, there's a Netflix documentary it's called like Ren Fair or whatever, and it's about the guy that runs the Texas Renaissance Festival. That shit was good.
It's a documentary?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
You should watch this. It's I think it's like 6 episodes.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy.
I bet.
Because it's like this super old rich guy who like...
That's going on right now, right? Renaissance Festival?
Yeah, it's happening. I'll be there this weekend.
Nice.
I'm going twice, but come to 111 Pottery. I'll be there sometimes.
Nice.
The booth. But no, so this documentary follows a super old dude who like 50 fucking years ago, 60, whatever the fuck, he started like the Texas Renaissance Festival, and all these like people showed up to work it, and they basically built a town around the Renaissance fair. And then so he became the fucking mayor of this town, because like the town only exists because of the Renaissance fair, and like 30,000 people go a day. And then it just talks about all the money that
is
goes
it year
in
round
now? No. Oh. There's like a season for it, but it's like all the people that come in and out, and like it starts introducing like the different people, and like, so the whole show is about like him wanting to get out because he's like in his 80s.
Oh, he's done. Yeah.
And he's like,
he's got to pass the torch.
Well, literally, that's the whole thing is, so he's like, he has like a couple $1 million, and he's like,
it's ironic because it's like real monarchy where he's like got to find a successor.
I mean, literally,
yeah,
and a queen.
Yeah,
and that's the whole. No, but that's the whole fucking thing. Is so it's
that's
like
hilarious.
The show is like framed around like who's going to take over.
Is there anyone fighting to have a republic?
Kind of. No, but so it's like the show is framed around him being like, I need to find someone to take over this shit. So there's like all these people start showing up, basically being like, I should run it because this or that or this other reason, right? And then like, so there's people kind of like squabbling with each other or like trying to win over his favor, but he just only thinks with his dick. He has a personal assistant who manages his like online presence, and he's on 15 different dating sites, including like sugar daddy sites. And he has like questionnaires that these girls fill out. And so like throughout the show, he goes on dates, and it's like the same booth at the Olive Garden. He orders them soup, but they're all like super hot, like goth, like 22-year-old, like e-girls. And he's like an 86-year-old, like wonky-eyed dude that has like the really high pants and like wears weird, like fake army shirts and shit. Yeah. It's so fucking funny.
Dude, that sounds great.
He like, dude,
what's it on? HBO?
Netflix or HBO.
Okay.
If you can find it. If you can't find it, I'll find it. But we watched it in like one night.
Yeah, I bet.
Dude, it's so much fun.
That's hilarious.
He like listens to Enya to calm down, and like has his like weird daily affirmations. And then one of the dude who's like trying to take over is like this sober guy who just like chugs fucking Monster Energy all day. And then the other guy is like this really dorky, like fucking like thespian guy who keeps on making all these like Shakespeare references and shit. It's so fucking funny.
That's so funny.
It's just a bunch of fucking weirdos and freaks. But it's sick because like through Penzig and Ren Fair and like working in air quotes at the Ren Fair sometimes, and like I've gotten over the past couple years to know people in that like Ren Fair and Ren Fair adjacent world. And so like we're watching this show, and it's like, I know a guy just like that. I know a guy just like that. I know a woman just like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're going through and like all like the random characters that are like floating in and out, and it's like, oh, there's the leather guy.
I know a couple that like met at the Ren Fair when they were younger, you know, and they have pictures of like they literally met there, and like I just think that's so cool. That's a cool place to like meet someone. Yeah.
We're at the season now where there's a lot of like first dates and.
Ooh, can I come and like quiz people on the like I did during the Patreon?
Sure, buddy.
Or I'll be like one of the. I'll dress up and I'll be like that, you know, like a.
You're trying to make like a bad joke. You're making a bad joke, but you definitely could if you found the people who were like the talent coordinators for the Ren Fair. You could probably because I had talked with my buddy about trying to figure out like not like in any serious way, but I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a trivia night at Ren Fair?
Yeah,
because everyone's like drinking and hanging out anyway, and there's like pubs and bars, and it's like there should be like a trivia. There should be more more things to do for like the proverbial dude who's sitting around while his wife shops energy guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of just like waiting around and sitting around and like kind of killing time. So it's like all these people are fucking dorks and nerds. Everyone.
I could just get up on like a little milk crate.
No, that's all you have to do. But literally, you could just take over one of the, because they have like events at like the bars and stuff. Sometimes it's like you could just show up at one of the pavilions and have it be planned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do like a trivia thing. That would be fun. But like, you could also like try and do like a beat the geek type thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, win a prize if you can answer my question, and it'd be one of your stupid like, who is the 17th monarch of blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Dude, I would love doing that. I would love coming up with questions. You know, the problem is I would want to answer them too.
Yeah, because you wouldn't give people a chance to answer. No, it's cool. I found out from my buddy that like the one of the guys who used to staff like the talent, like, because they have like the little plays and like shit that go on during the day. And I guess that was like the theater teacher for one of like the high schools in like the area. And so that was like, if you were a theater kid at that high school, like you like could get a weekend job, like through your teacher. Like
that would be sick, dude.
Being one of the people who does
they
like
should
Hamlet.
They should make like a like an office type show with like Renaissance Festival. You know, like that party down. They have like, you know,
good.
That's that same type of show where they like do the interview thing.
The only thing that stinks about that format of show is like, I think everyone's thought about doing that with their job.
The post office, whatever.
When I was working at the ticket office, one of the dudes legit was like writing a script that he was trying to get out, where it was like about like ticket office workers and stuff.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but I mean,
there should just be like one for every type of job.
One for every type of vocation.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Patreon and talk about some more cool things, Jordan.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pay our bills.